Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the life
Let's be clear, this is
How you gon' be in no love when the bag don't sleep?
invasion.
DP crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yo. This that purple tape mix with Cody vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. See yo with my man. I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you a tale. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is wrapped on the hype. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's.
I pray you see me hop up out that Rolls, that's hope. I pray you see me hop out that Maybach, that's hope. Big chains on my neck, that's hope. Big ass bracelet on my wrist, that's hope. That's hope. Praise fly, praise stove, praise both.
Say you love me, lie to me, sweet. Double R stitched in my seat. Powder footprints falling off my feet.
Hey yo, meticulous like a watchmaker. Precision, I'm public enemy without the clock. Yo, listen, champagne flavor apricot. Full flavored, full leaf furs. Ocelot, I'm at the spot, about to mix a lot. On a calm morning, got me brainstorming. New ways to breach loopholes, new goals to turn coal into diamonds. You motherfucking turncoats, cotton picking good. good for nothing whining. You low down Benedicts, how you kill a good nigga working in the neighborhood, trying to build shit that ain't real shit. I know it's hard to get on one accord, but why take a king off the board? It's not checkmate when the gang detonate, but let me deviate. I'm thinking more of pouring white grapes in the flu. How you escaping the coupe, the heist, open shop down in Alger Heights. Nothing less than success will suffice, right? Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. It's real. Pearls before swine, girls with strong minds, the world is all mine. It's like hurry up and wait, it's a long line. You got the right idea, but at the wrong time. Timepieces, I find peace, my mind reaches new levels, new devils to leave speechless. Speak truth to power, minutes turn to hours, yours become ours. Now it's new moves, rules of engagement. I leave out with the money, with who I came with. No more the same shit, but I'm still player. Get your main hit, like your first single. Layers, fly ladies understand lingo. On the hotel rooftop, we met mingle. Tequila shots, the whole menu was bilingual. Sing along, you know the words, it's not a jingle. A man with a plan with a purpose. Standing ovation, we out, close the curtains. Yeah. Tell me how it feel, tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'm gonna be your size.
But you know, sometimes people...
You know he don't date big girls.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game, play with me. I'm your game, play with me. This your game. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook, I clean, I pay the bills. I cook.
Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
Ollie boy count cash, move sneaky, paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the farm, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somali scam king, ay, we run that. 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlo, say flip it, untangle. Somali scam king, talk sweet, walk mean. Dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Read beat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somali scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the streets. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charities, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading the charm. Refugee program, we help, we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit the share. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air.
Somebody scam king.
We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it, untangle.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Habibi, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Scam king.
on decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight. Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight. Straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect. Bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't show his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the Opera House. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the Chinaware. Speaking through Tesla phones, tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, rock wallets, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', where's the concierge? 50 years of hip hop, New York is the mascot, city is the backdrop. One more, you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man. Long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man.
The almighty, the legend, the legendary West Side. Hallowed be thy name, Are you really ready? Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. You son of a bitch! 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 You son of a bitch!
Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom DeMarco. Dom De.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix. Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
show will begin now.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what's up? Yo, let me get a sound check. Tito. I think you muted. Let me get a sound check. Mr. O, can you guys hear me?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound good. And Tito.
Yeah.
All right, bet. We're in the building, man. All right, guys, welcome back. We was off last week. Our channel got a strike. They let me out of jail on Saturday. What up, Kwame Kaiju? I see you in the building. What up,
Out on bail, fresh out of jail.
Yeah, man. You see what I was posting on the community tab. I had to make fun of it, man. You know what I'm saying? But what's up, man? I missed hanging out with you guys on Sunday, man. We've been doing it 9 seasons. It started to be a habit. I'm gonna get you guys in and out of here, man. We're gonna do Iran. We're going to do Jasmine Crockett, and we're going to do this Jesse Jackson funeral. And if we get time, because I just saw this on the Star Report before we went on, Dwight Howard's wife crashing out online. I knew she was crashing out, but I was watching Star Report. I didn't know she pulled out 2 big bags of Yola on the stream. She pulled out 2 giant bags of booger sugar. That's crazy. And the
Cocaína.
Yeah, and that she ain't locked up, man. That's a lot of yay. But that being said, man, let me get your opening statements, man. Tito, let's start with you. I ain't had a chance to share your streams all week because my I was in YouTube jail, so I usually do. So what's up with you? Give us what's the update?
Hey, yeah, I've been chilling, man. Like I was saying, for those of y'all that might not know, I'm gonna change up the way I do my shit online, and more so a lot of the lives that's not patronized by anybody. By going on Patreon, I'm gonna do some lives there. I was doing a little streaming test there the other day. A few people actually caught the test. Because the plagiarism at this point is too rampant. When you get like 10 to 20 people a day sending you, oh, look, they stole this from you. Look, they stole that from you every day. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And there's people with way bigger channels too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna have to be a change. Straight up. Most people have to come with their own original shit.
No, I think you're spot on. The creativity from some of these smaller channels been feeding a lot of these bigger channels. That's been going on for quite some time. Like, oh, we just talked about that Sunday or some random shit. That's been going on for a good while. I might have to pull your coat on this streaming inside of Patreon shit too. I got to make a lot of changes to the station, to the channel too, man. Strange things happening on YouTube, guys. Mr. O, open a statement, sir.
Yeah, man. What's good? What's good? So, it's been a lot of, like, I'm glad y'all brought this up because a lot of our vernacular, a lot of our where we do our thing over here on Machismo, even on our own separate channels and platforms. A lot of these brag tubers, these grifters, they want to go ahead and take our stilo. They want to take our Riz, reformulate it, repackage it, and try to make it some type of little watered down version of what's going on out here in the world. We sick and tired. I'm feeling like Rico from Belly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put no damn banana in my mouth, but I don't like this shit. I really don't like this shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Jasmine Crockett, the rest of these liberals still using racial politics. And her biggest, I know we're gonna talk about it later, but I gotta get this out here. Like, at this point, if you're a liberal and you black and you don't see that you being replaced, you don't feel like you getting gaslit. I just gonna wash my hands away from you because ain't no way in hell that you get all this. They literally made Jesse Jackson funeral into a political route. I don't even like to do like that, but still though, damn.
No, 100. We talked about. I mean, we mentioned briefly of Jesse Jackson is up out there, and I was the last Sunday stream we did, and I was like, oh, this might mark the beginning of the death of the old nigga way of thinking. And then Tito was like, no, we still got to get not Clyburn out here. Was it Joe? He said somebody, and I was like, yo, but the boss of all bosses is Clyburn. So yeah, I'm with you on that. But the fact that they turned it into a political rally is distasteful. And then me and was it me and Tito or was it me and you? I think it was me and Tito. Yeah, because I was on the phone with Tito. I was saying that remember before Obama got elected, they caught that hot mic with Jesse Jackson with him saying that somebody need to cut his balls off. So I think Obama coming doing that shit was his way of spitting on his grave in public type shit, because that's the type of petty slick shit Obama do. Real tether shit. You feel me? Detroit 313 in the building. I see you, man. And Shells, I see you too, man. There you go, bang. All right, guys, let's get after it. Let's knock this Iran thing out of the way. And we talked about this briefly before we went on. And surprisingly, or if not surprisingly, me and Tito are kind of calling this to seeing this the same way with everything that's going down with this. So I'm gonna play a bit of Jesse Waters' commentary on it, and then I'm gonna play a little from this morning, Maria Bartiromo from the Sunday's Futures with because this would be for her update on day 9 of the incursion.
Operation Epic Fury is penetrating deep inside of Iran, as tonight we're being told it'll be the biggest bombing campaign of the war. U.S. forces are exterminating what's left of the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. The crippling air campaigns left them bruised, battered, and confused because U.S. growlers are in the air, jamming Iranian electronics. So the regime is flying blind. Their drones are falling out of the sky like dead pheasants. The growlers are scrambling their signals, or they're being shattered by U.S. precision rockets. American warships haven't even used our lasers. We're saving them for the next phase. That's on top of the Air Force sinking Tehran's drone carrier last night in the Gulf. Their Navy has nearly nothing left in the water. U.S. Central Command confirming that we've sunk over 43 Iranian vessels. Here's one of their crown jewels. Watch.
This commissioning sends a clear message of military self-sufficiency.
But probably the most important capability of Shahid Bagheri is that it can remain at sea for an extended period of up to a year, a feature that makes it a game changer for the Iranian armed forces.
Now it's at the bottom of the Gulf. We've hit more than 3,000 targets, and the operation isn't even a week old. And you know what else just got hit? The Ayatollah's bunker. The IDF struck it this morning with 50 fighter jets. It's also home to Iran's primary command and control center. Well, it was. Most of the regime couldn't be there to see it. We killed 50 of their leaders in the first 50 seconds of the war. Just incredible stuff. And now Iran's underground missile cities are being turned into ash. 13 of them have been blown to rubble. Former CENTCOM commander and CIA director, General Petraeus, says we are in total control.
We want to bring in the big ones, the B-52s, the B-1 bombers, and they are flying now almost at will. I would argue that we have actually achieved air supremacy, not just air superiority.
As Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said, we're just getting started. The USS Ford, the world's largest aircraft carrier, just arrived. It was last seen sailing through the Suez Canal and should be in the theater momentarily. Right behind it, the USS Bainbridge, a guided missile destroyer with state-of-the-art Tomahawk capabilities, and the USS George H.W. Bush should be next to arrive. That put 3 carriers in the neighborhood. And just for a little extra oomph, Ukraine's got our back. They've pioneered the most advanced anti-drone tech, dealing with the swarms of Iranian drones since Putin invaded. Zelensky says he wants to help. Maybe offer us these wild hornets. The Ukrainians built these beautiful, low-cost, fast, agile kamikaze drones. These Iranian drones can be a real nuisance. They're like mosquitoes. But we've been reverse engineering them and shooting them right back at them. It's saving you money.
You remember what you used to always hear? We're shooting down a $50,000 drone with a $2 million missile. These days, we're spending a lot of time shooting down $100,000 drones with $10,000 weapons from ours. So that's one aspect of it. Lucas, indispensable, as many of you know, and if you don't know, this was an original Iranian drone design. We captured it, pulled the guts out, sent it back to America, put a little Made America on it, brought it back here, and we're shooting them at the Iranians.
You know who's getting nervous? The Russians. They've reportedly been helping Iran with intel, giving them locations of our warships and aircraft. Trump's not worried.
It sounds like the Russians are helping Iran target and attack Americans now.
That's an easy problem compared to what we're doing here.
The Iranian strategy comes down to this: hunker down and wait for America to lose its will, and hit the Arabs and hit the oil to drive up the costs to the alliance. They're losing the war, so they're waging an economic war as a last resort. Their military is nearly neutered. They went from 100 missiles firing a day yesterday. They launched 8. Their fighter jets are Vietnam era. We're fighting a next generation war with a country still stuck in the 60s.
All right, Cheetah, that's all yours.
I'm gonna start this off with a question. How many American citizens are going to come onto social media and act as a fucking mouthpiece for the Chinese government, act as a mouthpiece for the Russian government? How do we get to this point? How do we get to this point where people that you think, men even, that you think are logical thinkers, right? That they just get caught up and swept up in any fucking emotional ass headline or any bullshit ass drummed up ass TikTok video that they see. Please tell me by what fucking metric that a country with such logistical problems that they actually had to start up shell companies and pay people to sneak in the replacement chips and the replacement servo motor actuators for the old ass fucking Tomcat fighters that they have, which by the way, first was designed in 1957, right? By what metric is Iran winning when they can't even defend their own airspace? Do y'all understand what the fuck modern war is? You have to be able to defend your own airspace to say that you winning a war. Why do you want to defend your own airspace? Because of logistics, because of moving troops around. You can't even defend against the fucking, heaven forbid, it's a fucking ground invasion. You don't even have control of your own fucking airspace. I mean, didn't you motherfuckers pass history? And didn't they teach y'all about D-Day in your failing school districts? I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm just asking. Because I don't get a lot of the shit that I see people thinking when I don't get it. I just don't get it. So by what metric, like whoever the fuck this is with this fake ass BGS profile?
No, that's really
that's not him.
No, that's really him.
Oh, that's really him?
That's really BGS.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
That's really
BGS. Wipe the cum off of your mouth and decide which country you want to live in. Yeah, Iran is not going nowhere, but the fucking government is going somewhere because every time they appoint somebody, they end up dead. Right? It's like I don't understand if some of you motherfuckers been looking at too much Meet the Press. I don't get it. But like I said on the live last week, this was some shit that, and I'm not even acting as a mouthpiece for the administration. I'm just speaking in logic right now. This is some shit that was inevitable, that had to be fucking done, period. For two reasons. Since you motherfuckers want to talk about what the news ain't telling you, I'm gonna tell you some more shit that the news ain't telling you. Iran has a fucking nuke already. Okay? I don't know how the fuck y'all can't see that. I don't know how the fuck that you can't logically deduce that that's why this is happening in the first fucking place. It's because Iran has nukes already. Okay? They have them already. So all of the counter-proliferation efforts obviously failed. Especially all of the counter-proliferation agents in Africa that was exposed under the Obama administration, failed, right? They have nukes already. It's just that most likely they don't have a way to deliver them reliably because nuclear weapons are very heavy, because fissile material is very dense. They're heavy by nature, and they probably don't have a stockpile. Now, I think that at the start of the Trump administration, and then somebody, I think that was Distant Rose, their brother from the Netherlands, asked me, well, why doesn't Israel just announce it to the world? And I said it'd be crazy for them to announce that, because that would provoke the extreme Zionist elements among them that want to start off at the, pick up and start off the fucking 6-day war again. So that would be something that only a few people in Mossad could truly know, and that Netanyahu had to bring to Trump personally. Okay. And they probably told the administration, hey, look, we know that y'all really good at this surgical strike shit. Either y'all gonna do some surgical strikes after we show you what we show you, or we go use our own nuclear weapons, right? And Israel is done with playing the game that they don't have nuclear weapons anymore. They do. They got them too, right? So remember those B-2 strikes from last year, right? Remember those? The ones that everybody was complaining and fucking griping about, right? I mean, come on, Detroit 313. Put that comment up there. You mean what advanced weapons? Like they Timu jet fighter? The Timu stealth fighter, I mean, that type of advanced weapon? Or the rifles that they had that was jamming on their peacekeeping missions in Sudan, those advanced weapons? Come on, man. But after they did those strikes, you know what they probably not telling you? They probably not telling you that after they did those strikes, they showed you all of the holes in the ground, on the news. They showed you all of the, the gun camera footage of the targets being struck and all of that. That's nice. But I know what they not gonna show you on the news. They not gonna show you the spectrometer pickup from satellites after the strikes. And I think that those spectrometer pickups showed debris or dust of a radioactive isotope that was far purer than our intelligence services thought that Iran was capable of producing. That the uranium that they had was very much more enriched than we might have thought that they had the technical ability to make. And now we come to this. And then another thing that y'all don't realize why y'all so busy to get on your fucking knees and jerk the last drop of cum out of the Iranian government's dick is that this is a country whose government was losing grip on power. Put that BGS comment back up there.
All right, come on, guys. We got to be nice before we derail the show.
All right, put that BGS.
Before we derail the show.
Yeah.
I would invite.
No. Wait. Does
invite.
BGS know about the ethnic makeup of Iran? Does BGS know how many ethnicities are in Iran? Does BGS know about the Azerbaijani breakaway separatist movement in northwestern Iran? Does BGS know that it's a whole bunch of Christian Anatolian ethnic Turks living in Iran that also want to break away and go with Turkey? Does BGS know how many border incursions that the Kurds make every day that the Iranians have to fight? Does BGS know that it's a whole bunch of Sunni Muslims living inside of Iran that got sealed inside of there after World War I when they drew these arbitrary ass borders? So this is a country that's losing grip on power that might end up being fucking 5 to 11 different countries after this shit is all said and done. And so if you have a country whose government is losing the grip on power, do you really want to see potentially sectarian violence among religious, ethnic, and political lines in a nuclear armed country? Ask yourself that shit, since we got all these fucking foreign policy and weapons experts in here. Ask yourself that.
Yeah, like I said, we could do.
I'm clueless, but I bet you didn't know about none of that shit I just said.
Like I said, we could do a separate Iran stream during the week because it's too big of an issue, and everybody can have it out. What you call? We're gonna mess around, derail the goddamn show. What you would call it? Yeah, and I can't have BGS come up here and debate because the whole fucking show.
You can't have him come up here and debate because he don't know what the fuck he talking about.
Because the whole show, would get
This
derailed.
motherfucker didn't even know what the fuck a fucking fractional reserve currency system was, for God's sakes. He didn't even know what that was.
All right, hold on, wait. All right, hold on. Let me pass it to you, Mr. L. Then I'm gonna play this Maria Bartiromo and what you call? What we have? All right, we only 36 minutes in. Go ahead.
Well, you know, my whole thing about this Iranian so-called now World War III is this nothing but a stage. The world's a stage. I don't believe. Like I know this happened. I know the airstrikes happened. I know all that has happened, but it's an underlying thing going on at play here. Like, who's really getting paid from this? Like, people get paid from war. I'm trying to figure out who's getting paid from this, because I don't know if we making money back from all the money we have spent trying to be the so-called superheroes of the globe, or you know what I'm saying? Like, this is some like 12 families type of plot trying to go ahead and circumvent, put everybody on some type of global slavery agenda or not. But this ain't nothing. This been going on my whole entire lifetime. All I've seen is wars, this, bombs, that. Iran got these weapons of mass destruction. They don't have these weapons of mass destruction. We got to invade Iran. Iran too powerful. So I'm trying to figure out who's pulling the strings to all this, man. Because you got to tell me that everybody that's in cahoots with each other right now is also in cahoots with each other after the fact. You know what I'm saying? They got all these backdoor deals, especially like with BRICS and stuff like that. All these people involved in BRICS, they're involved into these war councils. They, like Tito said, they be sucking these circle jerking each other behind closed doors. So I'm just still out of the loop about this whole Iran thing. I don't even understand why Ukraine, they getting their ass whooped by Russia and they want to go ahead and try and help out these people, man. That's just my thought on this, and I'll pass the
mic. All right, hold on. Let me play Maria this morning, because this is 9 days in. Hold on. I don't want Carolyn Levitt's. Let me scroll through this. I don't want Carolyn Levitt's PR spiel, but I just want the beginning of what Maria is saying.
Sunday morning, with the war on Iran escalating, just as Secretary of War Pete Hegseth warned on Friday, the amount of firepower above Iran is about to surge dramatically. On this day 9 of Operation Epic Fury, even as Iran's leadership has already been wiped out and its military capabilities degraded. Following U.S. and Israeli strikes, President Trump says there will be no deal with Iran without unconditional complete surrender, even as Iran continues to lash out at neighboring Gulf countries and maritime traffic through the Strait of Hormuz grinds nearly to a halt, pushing the price of oil higher. The Trump administration has enacted a $20 billion reinsurance program for oil tankers and other ships to get traffic moving once again through this vital waterway, where 20% of the world's oil is transported every day. Crude oil closed above $90 a barrel on Friday. It is up 27% just in the last 1 week, as China feels the impact. It buys the bulk of Iran's oil. Some 90% China buys from Iran. Now, political strategists are worrying whether the war and its impact will collide with the president's efforts to rein in inflation just before the midterm elections, where the economy and affordability is most important to voters. Joining me now in the Sunday Morning Futures.
Exactly. I agree with that last part. I agree with that last part. At BGS, well, like I said, I think it'd be good to organize a joint during the week where we could just I do a stream and we could just do Iran. You guys can come up and duke it out. You guys can come up and duke it out. But I can't. This is my first show back. I can't have the show this railed arguing about Iran for like the next hour. Tita, you want that last part, and then I want to jump into this Crockett. I'm gonna have to bring back news desk so I could just cover the Iranian, so I could just cover the conflict.
All of that warehouse space that they protesting. You know what? I hope that ICE is not gonna use that. I hope that after this is all over, maybe we can round up some of the fucking seditionists and Chinese agents, particularly those that come on social media and warehouse their ass there on a pre-trial basis. That's my sincere hope.
Be sincere hope.
All of these people that root for the Iranian government, you have to ask, like, what's in it for you? What's in it?
Bro, that's what I was asking. Who's getting paid for this?
Yeah, but BGS, the Ukrainian war is not the Iranian war. The Ukrainian war is a proxy war, against Russia. This is a direct attack to destroy the military, their means of protect. These are two completely different theaters of war. And the Iranian war, we didn't even want to be in. Like this
and what lesson were we supposed to have learned from Ukraine? The only lesson I learned from Ukraine is that in the 80s, James Baker under Ronald Reagan promised that as a condition for German reunification, that NATO wouldn't expand not 1 inch eastward. That was the promise that Reagan and the Republicans made.
Exactly.
And they kept it, and Bush kept it. But then once the Democrats started getting there, they let Poland in, then they let Latvia in, then they let this country and that country in. And then under Obama, they underthrew somebody that had got elected. They overthrew somebody that got elected in order to try to get Ukraine into NATO. What lesson are we supposed to learn?
And in terms of engagement, these are two completely different forms of engagement. One is a proxy war. This is it's a direct attack on place that we've already previously bombed. And like I said, that's what I said. We're going to be here all night if we go into this Iran thing. We're going to be here all night. I got a show to run. But at BGS, I would bring you up. But the show will be completely disrupted. I really would bring you up. Marcus the Queensberry rules. But we could do an Iran stream this week, and you guys can take the gloves off, and we can have at it. Somebody just let me know. Leave it in my comments or something. We could do an Iran stream. I'm with it. But I am suspect everybody who's voting for other countries when we're in conflict. I talk a lot of shit about America. End of the day, I keep telling you guys I'm a motherfucking patriot. Let's go. Crockett.
We encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior to be rewarded, because so long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it. So I am asking you, I am begging you to make sure that you go ahead and figure out where it is that you are supposed to vote. Stand in line, wait in line.
No one. I gotta get through this. 6 years ago.
Yo, exactly, Detroit. I mean, that's my whole point. This isn't even a war. He's got to clean this up in 60 days because War Powers Act. He's got to go before Congress. This shit's got to be, at least the bulk of it, the heavy lifting, has got to be done in like the next 45 days. And like I said, in terms of metrics, I don't know what metric y'all are using in terms of using war. If you've destroyed the Navy, destroyed the Air Force, wiped out, you killed their leader the first day. Every guy and each line that they're bringing up we're wiping out secession. This guy that's just up right now, Israelis might take him out by the next week. Like what? By what? We've lost what six or seven, 8, maybe 10 actual soldiers, and that's from either a ship. I don't know if that was a ship that was hit or a plane going down, but in terms of military terms, like what metric are you using about? Well, we don't got no troops on the ground. They've been trying to take out the Ayatollah Khamenei for 40 plus years. Like, what are we talking about? And my point is like, and on top of that, like, bro, we did that like right after we smashed Maduro, and right after we just took out the head of the cartel of Mexico. Man,
3 for 3 each month. Each month we taking down a leader.
Yeah, I was about to say we were a killing spree, but that's not politically correct. But I'm just like, what are you talking about? We catching bodies out here.
Literally for the last 3 months of this whole entire year, we had basically took over every communist type of leader, you know what I'm saying, off the map and everything. So we is not about like socialism, communism, take over the whole entire globe like they're trying to do over here in the United States, liberals and Democrats.
All right, hold on. We're gonna get back to Jasmine, but yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You confused me, Detroit, because you were steaming pro-Iran earlier, but this is the point. You actually made my point. Like, bro, and me and Tito was talking about one way or another. This was going to happen with this Iran shit. We was already in the middle of the negotiations. He already told him, you guys make a deal, and we're gonna bomb the shit out of you.
Let me ask him something.
He already said that, huh?
Let me ask him something. In 10 years, when half of Europe is a fucking caliphate,
facts,
and when half of Europe is a caliphate, and they already have nuclear bombs, would you rather fight this war, this basically policing action right now against Iran, or would you rather fight the combined might of all of the countries that used to be white in Europe in a real World War III? Ask yourself that shit. I don't understand, like, how in the fuck do y'all not have the foresight to see this glaringly obvious shit?
Yeah, we on the same page. But BJS, if you are cloud watching, just leave it in the comments or something. I really would have brought you up, but the show would have got derailed. But you and Tito up here, y'all would have been at and I would have had to let y'all fight. So, but if y'all want to do an Iran stream, 2 hours, y'all can take the gloves off. I'll be in there too, because I don't agree with some of the shit you're saying either. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. Either way.
And I'll moderate it. Let me moderate it.
That boy mine ain't organized enough to fuck with me. But okay, I'll do it though.
No, I mean, well, hold on, wait. In all seriousness, though, I'm sure to get heated. There'll be some ad hominem. There'll be some name call. But my point being, though, this is a global geopolitical thing happening, and it would actually be a good thing if we could keep it fairly tame to have the brothers talk about it in public, and air out the different arguments, etc. Because a lot of how do I say this? A lot of arguments that I'm hearing seem to be very Marxist / communist / like that old shit. Like, the world ain't the same no more, and like you're seeing it change in real time, and like motherfuckers don't want to let go. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Simeon? I see you, Playboy. You said this is truly amazing, man. You said I'm not pro-Iranian, but I'm just neutral. I'm just saying that it's bad look already for America while China's producing war. Listen, we didn't cut off. China needs oil and needs energy. Like, there's a lot of moving pieces on the board. We didn't cut off the oil with Venezuela, and now the shit with the Strait of Hormuz and everything. And then the other thing is, what people aren't saying is, everybody does these war games demonstrations. You know what I'm saying? You know, the street shit, when we say nigga demonstrate, we demonstrate. Okay, y'all done bought all these top of the line systems and everything from the Chinese. Let's really put them to work. Look at us bombing your shit. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm speaking like that, like on some street shit, but that's really what's happening. That's really what's happening. Y'all paid $20 billion for this? You know what I'm saying? That's really what's happening. Like there's layers to this shit, and like I said, the way I can't even get into it. I've been following it all week because I've been in YouTube jail. Let's get back to the show. That's what I said. We can't do Iran. It'll take over the whole fucking show. Hold on.
Ago, no one believed that I could become a state representative.
No. What do you mean? Jasmine not going to Congress for Texas? Oh, Crockett. A girl can only dream. Listen, Jasmine, what was that one quote that you said? Let me think. Oh, yeah. We done picking cotton. You can't pay us enough to go find a plantation. Yeah, you remember that. I remember that. How could I forget? See, 6.5 million Hispanic voters in Texas, which is like the majority of the electoral vote here in the state. And you mean to tell me that you think that we're still picking cotton? Hell no, girl. Hell no. That's why you lost. Because you're fucking racist. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. If you would have pitched that in 2002, 2001, you probably could have gotten like a good drift. However, that was people in the past. Those kids that I grew up with that were chasing a field every summer, every spring with their parents, moving school to school because they had to go pick fruit with their parents, are now grown up. And guess what? Do you think that they're going to go back to picking fields when they have a citizenship? No. As a matter of fact, they're not even looking to vote for blue people with blue policies that put their parents in fields. Fuck no. Some of them are real estate investors, business owners, they're passing down generational wealth, and you think that they're picking cotton. You out of your goddamn mind. I'm gonna remind you real quick, the majority of the Latino voters for Trump here in Texas live in the southern border. You know what happened in the southern border? No. Why? Because neither you nor Kamala have the balls to go down there. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Along the Texas border, poverty levels are sky high as it is. When you import a bunch of riffraff from third world countries and they end up in those southern border towns, they strain the resources for those people. Those people can't even survive. And then you're bringing in all this fucking riffraff with a CBP1 app Ticketmaster to the United States and you leave them there. That's why our governor had to ship all those fucking people out. And then y'all complain, oh, you were shipping on. Yeah, because you guys brought them here. You blue people brought them here to Texas and the southern towns were suffering. Not only that, but there was violence across the border in Tamaulipas, in Reynosa, all those cartels fighting to bring all those people over here. Why? Because they were profiting billions of dollars. And your ass still thinks that we're picking cotton? Take that. No Congress for Jasmine. As a matter of fact, why don't you go run for Missouri? What did you do in Missouri that they don't want you to run for them? Oh, I know. Exactly. Because people in Missouri see right through your bullshit, and so do we in Texas. Keeping Texas red. Oh.
You know, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, but you do know that most Hispanic families, I'm talking about the legal ones, most Spanish Americans here in this country are conservative for the most part. You know, they believe in family, they believe in country, they believe in hard work. They believe that we should fight against communism and socialism because a lot of them escaped that from their country. And a lot of them came to America with nothing, built themselves up, and became very prosperous and successful. And they don't abort their kids, for the most part. But black people, on the other hand, we've been here for many, many years, hundreds of years, and we have yet to understand that the Democrat Party and their policies are working against the progress of our people. I don't understand why you don't get that at this late time. So don't blame Latinos and the Republican Party. Don't blame them. Blame the Democrat Party. Blame their poor policies that we have seen just destroy this country the last 4 years and Obama before that. Blame them.
Hold on, let me just do her crying again in the beginning.
Red has already stated, we encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior to be rewarded because so long as they know that they can win, even if it means cheating, then they will continue to do it. So I am asking you, I am begging you to make sure that you go ahead and figure out where it is that you are supposed to vote. Stand in line, wait in line.
No one.
Oh, she's crying.
Shit. Got your ass.
Hold on.
Emotional damage.
Go ahead, Mister. I'm gonna let you take that at the top.
Man, I like the way you cry, girl. Man, this right here making me laugh right here, boy. Yo, you know those some fake crocodile tears, right? You know some fake crocodile tears, right?
Yo, what you got going on in the background, Playboy?
I'm on the train. Hold on.
Oh.
Hey, pass it to Tito real quick.
All right, Tito, that's all you.
This is really, I guess, with Stacey Abrams, this like set the mold for these Democratic politicians that lose. But I think that it's just a really odd conspiracy theory for her to say that somehow the Republicans cheated her out of the election when you running against the Democrat. It's your own party's primary. And
Right.
I have pointed out before that it actually would have been to the advantage of the Republicans if you had won, bitch.
Exactly. We actually wanted her to win. Like, we didn't want her to win, but we did want her to win so that the Senate seat would be not in the primary, in the general election would be secure, because there's no way in hell Crockett running. Yeah, yo, you got it 100%. Go ahead. I stepped on your time.
Yeah, it would have been to the Republican Party's advantage for her to win, because it would have been so easy for whoever wins the runoff election that they got to have on the Republican side to defeat. She is the type of person that like I said, when they first did the redistricting thing, and she found out that she wasn't gonna have a district anymore, she probably should have just waited an election cycle and then came back and ran inside of one of those new districts that's all black, because she can't win once you get her outside of, the fraternity, the sorority girl voting block, the ghetto Keisha voting block. She can't win. She doesn't know how to build a consensus among a whole bunch of different race of people.
Because she wasn't never a real candidate in the first place.
Yeah,
she's a carpetbagger.
And this Hispanic woman was like, why you can't run in Missouri? She can't run in Missouri because you got to be a real ratchet hoe if you go try to be a ratchet hoe in Missouri. You can't be there doing this player faking shit that she doing. This where goddamn it Sexy Rare from. They know a ratchet hoe when they see one, and they know that she not the real deal, so she can't run using that same type of vibe in Missouri. She can't. So I guess that's why she moved down there to Texas. But again, she's not a serious enough and talented enough candidate to garner votes across a whole bunch of different demographics. She's just not. So that's why I don't even see why she tried statewide office. It would have been the same thing how she tried to run for governor. Even if she tried to run for like comptroller or secretary of state of Texas, it would have been the same fucking results, because she doesn't have the ability to forge a consensus.
Yeah, I think she's from St. Louis.
Oh yeah, they know a ratchet hole when they see.
Oh yeah, real ratchet.
Yeah.
But she's from Country Club, St. Louis. She went to one of the most expensive high schools in the country. 35 grand a year, freshman year to senior year.
Yeah, she from South County. Then she can't. Yeah, that's why she can't run.
Hmm. Well, what you would call it? That's what I'm saying about she would. She's never built her constituency political chops because she was given someone's seat who was deceased by Max Waters. So the seat that she had in Texas, they gave it to her because the woman or the gentleman, I think it was a woman, died. So she was put in a position, and she's friends with Alex Soros. You know what I'm saying? She what you call it?
Mm-hmm.
She had her own law firm, but she was worth maybe a couple hundred grand when she was now she's worth like what 10, 11, 12 million. So like she's
Mm-hmm.
getting, yeah, so she's getting paid. Her even running for senator was basically her giving the Democratic Party the middle finger, being like, well, she started believing her own press that she's really that chick, and because they didn't want her to run for Senate. You know what I'm saying? They like, you lost your seat, we'll find something else for you. And she went all diva on them. They was like, okay, we're gonna put all the money on Tellerico. Good luck with that. Now you don't got no seat, and you lost the Senate joint. You're out.
This ain't got no job now, Machis. No, that's what she needs to go to the unemployment office. That's what she needs to do, or go to Walmart for the application.
But she got a net worth of 12 to 15 million. She be all right.
But she a Keisha though, man. You know that's gonna be gone within 2 to 5 young years, man. Let's stop playing.
She not really a Keisha, bro. She's real upper crust, bro. Like
Okay,
real,
so she a Keisha. She's not Keisha, but she Keisha. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about.
that's why. But that's why she's worth 15 million. They paid her to do the minstrel show, Keisha thing. You know what I'm saying? Like to get that Kamala. They're trying to lock down their 90% voting percentage with the Keishas. With the Keishas, the gay men, cosplaying Keisha is expensive. They were trying to use her to lock down that 90% Keisha vote, the gay men, the old Negroes, because the old Negroes, they simp for that. That's all.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, because she's overweight in the right places. Ain't that right? These names.
No, go ahead. That's all.
So I want to go ahead and say, like I said before, I like the way you cry, girl. Like them tears right there, that right there fill my cup of feminist tears up to the brim. Had to add a little mint, a little honey, as I sipped on her little feminist tears. Because look, she really thought she ate with this whole Keisha gimmick, this whole that she gonna go ahead and fight back against the so-called system, aka Trump. Now, have we had vocal black, even liberal and even conservative politician women in our country? Yes, we had Shirley Chisholm, and we also had Condoleezza Rice. But guess what? Even when they was the only black woman in the so-called government at the time of they so-called holding office, they had decorum. They had some class with themselves. Even Shirley Chisholm, she spoke out her neck, but she did with class and with no sass. But this chick, Jasmine Crockett, she ain't got none of that. She ain't got no type of class. She ain't got no. She don't show her education that she got from the so-called day school. She ain't got no platform. She's just like the rest of these liberals that want to go ahead and say, like, just vote for me. I'll get rid of Trump doing this. So I'm going to get rid of Trump doing this to the immigration. Get rid of Trump. I'll go ahead and give y'all ABs back. She ain't got nothing, no leg to stand on. That's why she lost. And all you Negroes out there that want to go ahead and play identity, racial politics, you really want to back a chick like Jasmine Crockett, man? I don't really feel safe y'all voting on November for the midterm election, let alone for president. I'll pass the mic.
No, I think you're spot on. But Tito, back to what you were saying. What you call it? I think one of the best things, at least with this, even though we wanted, I wanted Jasmine to win. All right, I'm double-sided. I wanted Jasmine to wholeheartedly win the primary so that in the general election she would lose. That definitively. But at the same time, I did want this outcome too, to have her and the Keishas falling, because the Keishas are crashing out online. Jamel Hill, actually, I might actually pull up that Jamel Hill joint just so we have some extra extra something.
Yeah, I want to cook. I thought you had already. Pull a clip up, like Killer said. Man, pull the clip up.
Yeah, I'll pull the Jamel Hill joint. But what you call it? What was it? No, but what this really does, I'm glad that part of this does play out though, because it really does show she lost to the Democrats. She didn't lose to the Republicans, and they did her just like they do when the identity politics isn't working in their favor for what the DNC actually wants. They actually were running ads, like she said, with her skin darker and stuff of that nature. Speak to that, Tito.
Yeah, the Democratic Party, she found the paperwork. They didn't. I would be. I know that we won't be privy to these numbers, but I would be really, 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 really curious to see what money, who put where in the campaign finances, for this race. The Democratic Party knows.
You talk about for Tellerico.
For both of them. I know we'd never be privy to the numbers, but man, do I wish I could see them. But the Democratic Party, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came to her behind the scenes and encouraged her not to run, but she wanted to do it anyway. And because she's not a serious candidate. The Democratic Party knows, and about James Tallarico, that y'all should really observe him closely. That's a white dude doing his sincerest Obama impersonation. Now, do I think that he can win, this Senate race? It's a bit of a long shot, but he could potentially, win some representative spot somewhere down the line, and then, get a couple of years of good sound bites in front of the cameras and favorable interviews on MS Now, and then I could see him trying to run for president on the Democratic side, because he's like a more serious person than most of the other Democrats, just based off of the strength of that. You know what I'm saying? But it was no way that she was gonna be able to compete how she won their primary. It's just no way. I didn't even, when they first announced the redistricting and I did a live about it, I was just saying right then and there she should just hang it up. But she decided to run, and I already told y'all what was gonna happen. I told y'all that this was gonna be the outcome.
Well, well, once again, that's what I told you. Like, this is. She became a media darling because they needed her. They needed to. Kamala fell on her face. You understand what I'm saying? Kamala fell on her face. A tremendous amount of whether people. We're never going to know what the numbers are, but like we could take sentiment analysis on the street, you know what I'm saying? And whatever, but we saw black men were trending heavily toward Trump, just the whole thing. And you're even seeing more everyday cases. I'm not talking about influencers or chicks that are quote unquote political. I'm talking about regular cases. TikTok's a gold mine for like, if you want to do some non-scientific sentiment analysis, talking conservative talking points, but on some common sense shit, not like they're political and they've been watching news. You know, motherfuckers just be observing and saying shit. I'm peeping that more and more so. So the Crockett thing, like I said, was like you said, for the sister girl constituency, the I'm strong, black, and educated, independent black woman, because they had to, after this Trump loss, they had to do everything to motivate that what is it, 90%? What did they voted at, a 90% clip for Kamala? They gotta maintain that.
I was 92%. It was 92% machismo, 92%. Don't you ever forget that.
Yeah, 92%. So they're trying to maintain and like not get any major slippage. They knew they were going to have a problem with this voter ID and the deportations. They knew that shit was coming. They're trying to hold on to their voting base so that they can win some goddamn elections, because it's not looking good for them. I pulled up the Jamel Hill thing. That's adjunct to this Jasmine Crockett thing. So we'll do an extra round on that, and then we'll do this Jesse Jackson wedding. We're making good time. We're only at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark. Yo, shout out to you, Detroit 313. I see you, Playboy, with the follow super chat. He says, Ninja, I'd rather vote Sonic the Hedgehog before I'll vote Jasmine Crockett. Stop playing. No, I'm with you. I mean, the only Negroes that voted for Jasmine Crockett, and you'll see it on TikTok, the only people caping are old Negroes and these type of Negroes.
Meet Soft Black Man, the safest man in America. He listens, he validates, and he never disagrees.
Unless it's about your self-care.
He's strong, but not too strong. Soft Black Man, your plush.
I was gonna say, man, I would say King Cooper.
All right, guy. All right. So wait, here's your drop. Here's your drop, Detroit. Let's give you Sheed.
She got your ass.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
All right, bet. Here, let's load this Jamel Hill. Let me remove this guy. Bang. So here's Jamel Hill. Jamel Hill said some crazy shit about Latinos, Cubans in particular being low information voters. All they need to hear is socialist and they'll vote Republican, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. She's also talking about and she's saying that in reference to why it was so easy for Crockett to lose in Texas because so many Latinos voted against her, et cetera, et cetera. So she did this big diatribe, and the Cubans and the Latinos are dragging her on the internet right now. And she's like, she's feeling a little defensive. But this is part of her meltdown and clapback, albeit I'll play some of it because she's a moron. And then we'll do a round robin on that.
Something that it requires a level of sophistication to understand. And one of the main platforms. All right, so those are my comments the other day.
All right.
And apparently.
All right, hold on. Let me run it back a little bit.
Responding to some of the videos, criticizing her. Take a look.
And so that's something that it requires a level of sophistication to understand. And one of the main platforms. All right, so those are my comments the other day. And apparently that was not warmly received by some members of the Latino and Hispanic community. And next thing I know, I'm getting tagged in videos and people accusing me and arguing against points I didn't even make. And that's when I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to respond. So I wasn't surprised that Breitbart, all people, you know, a conservative leaning, not conservative leaning, it is a completely conservative right-wing publication. This is what the headline was after the live that I did on Wednesday. Jamel Hill, Cuban Latino communities are soft targets for misinformation. You know why I said that? And by the way, I'm not excluding Black people from this. Minorities, period, are heavily targeted for mis and disinformation. One, the reason we are is because many of us have a natural distrust of government because of what we have.
That misinformation argument, they tried to use that on Black men as to why they thought, well, they were seeing the large numbers of Black men trending toward Trump. in the last election.
Experience. So it makes sense why you would target minority and marginalized groups, typically on the receiving end of the worst kinds of treatment. And so because of that, it makes these groups ripe to be targeted for disinformation. Listen, I think part of the reason we're in the situation that we are is that we assume that people are a lot more sophisticated when it comes to deciphering information than they are.
Millions of Hispanic voters didn't make a conscious decision because we just so confused, you know, we didn't understand what we were doing. That's pretty fucking insulting and tone deaf considering the state of your community that's been voting lockstep with the Democrat Party since you got the right to vote. I'm sure you don't want me to go down the laundry list of devastating policies that the Democrats have had you voting for that has taken away your family.
Hold up, let me stop you right there, sis. Let me stop you right there. Okay, now I want you guys to understand something about Black people and the way that we vote. Black people do not vote Democratic because they feel some unusually high natural sense of loyalty to the Democratic Party.
And this is why you should not have Keisha speaking for you politically. Men. This is why you should not have these Keishas speaking for you politically. Because she's gonna go into an entire diatribe and she's gonna say what we want, and you will notice that there will not be one single piece of policy.
We ain't trying to be in the in crowd. We're not trying to gain proximity with nothing. We're just trying to be liberated. So far, for the last 50, 60 years, maybe 70 at this point, got to do the math. The Democrats have been the pathway. Keyword is pathway, meaning we're using them to get to a goal that we want to achieve.
What is the goal? What is pay attention, guys. This is how you get drowned in platitudes. And like I said, the old niggas with this shit too. Not one piece of policy. We're using them to get to what?
Because did you know before that, a lot of Black people voted Republican. Jackie Robinson was a Republican. Frederick Douglass was a Republican. The reason we did is because at the time, they represented the pathway for us to get to where we want to get. That's all we see is a pathway. Who is providing the pathway for us to get the closest to our damn goal?
And what is the goal?
Right.
Talk about policy. Baby girl. Your people wouldn't even be here if not for us.
Still hasn't said anything about policy.
And I don't say that to
Nothing.
be, I'm not saying that trying to play the oppression Olympics. But the reason I am saying that, not all your people, because there's some variations in history. The reason I'm saying this is because one of the things that the Civil Rights Act of 1964 did, you know, that act that was fought by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Black civil rights leaders of the era.
See how she cannot stay on task?
Who put their blood, spilled their blood, got their blood spilled so this country could actually live up to what was in the damn brochure.
Not one piece of policy. Deflection.
Well, you know she got to play the victim.
Wait, no, deflection. But this is what I'm saying. This is a political rebuttal. Deflection, platitudes, and this is how the old niggas talk too. You know what I'm saying? Because
that movement created the civil rights movement, which led to something very, very important, extremely important. It led to eventually the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965. So here's how we went.
Bro, we got all that. You didn't address the fucking Cuban lady's fucking point about you voting for Democrats all these years and you got no policy wins. Kermit the Frog, blonde wig woman.
It was Civil Rights Act of 1964, Voting Rights Act of 1965, and also the Immigration and Nationality Act, which did what? Total help me sing. It abolished race-based immigration, the quota system.
This is why you do not send the Keisha to represent you politically for anything.
Because before that, they was only trying to let in people from certain countries. And by certain, you know exactly the ones I'm talking about.
Wait, I tell you guys, that rant from Jamel Hill is funny to me for so many reasons. Okay, first and foremost.
All right, we're gonna stop it right there. What you want? Yo, oh, you still on the train?
No, I'm off.
All right. Oh, you take it and for Tito close out. Go ahead. Oh, that's you. Because you ain't had a clean round robbery yet. I'm trying to give you one.
I feel you. So, man, check this out, man. This woman right here, she just don't want to leave well enough alone. Like, you really got kicked off of ESPN. You got kicked off all these other. You got kicked off your own show. Let's be real. And now look at her. Now look at her, man. She got a leg to stand on. Hold on one second, Machismo. Hold on.
These niggas say jack-o'-lantern head ass. Y'all niggas funny as shit. Yo, what up, Mr. Clay? I see you, man. Outspoken introvert. What up, Playboy? D, the name and handle. I quarantined you was already in here. Yo, you back?
Yeah, I'm back, man. Which is another crazy ass motherfucker talking loud and shit on a damn train. I was getting off, man. But yeah, like I was saying, this Charles Barkley with a blonde wig on. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
She do look like Barkley. That's crazy.
Yeah, with the blonde and again, ladies, Keishas, black women, y'all look like damn Black and Miles with this damn shit on your damn head, as black as y'all is, man. Like, how many times we gonna have to tell y'all, man? Y'all looking like a fucking Lassie doll with this shit on, man. For real though. Back to what she was saying about nothing. All the type of platitudes, all gaslight and victim shaming tactics. She ain't really give us no solution, but she talking about the goal. Like, bitch, what the hell did you go to school for? It wasn't for critical thinking skills. It damn sure wanted for journalism. So what the hell is she talking about? And you know it's gonna be a whole bunch of these Roland Martin ass niggas that's gonna try to back up talking about you see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? You see how they attack the black woman and everything? That's what we gotta give back. No. She lost all her credibility a long time ago, and she just can't take well enough alone. She can't. She's a sore loser. She's a bad journalist, and again, she got Charles Barkley with a damn blonde wig, and I passed the mic there. Go ahead, cook, Tito.
Yeah, man, she is killing me with this motherfucking Terry from Three's Company ass wig she got on. But I don't know when Democrats, particularly black female Democrats, are going to learn that this type of condescending rhetoric is only going to drive people away. Whatever you were trying to persuade people to do, whatever position that you were trying to proselytize to people, whatever, is only going to drive people away. And it's crazy that they ape, no pun intended, or parrot rather, the same condescending rhetoric that white leftists say about black people. Like, we too dumb to go get IDs and all of this shit, or we don't have enough money to go get an ID, or we don't have the transportation to go get an ID, and so voter ID is racist, right? She's saying basically the same thing in a different form when she says that Hispanic voters are low information voters. All you got to do is say they are socialists and they vote Republican. That's actually not true. It's the fact that a lot of them people that are here were already here, or they came here legally, and it was hard for them to come here legally, and they saved up for years, or their families saved up for years for them to get here legally. And so they like, damn, so what was the use of me putting in all that work, or what was the use of my family saving all that money for me to come here if people can just come here and jump the line now? That's one of the reasons that they vote in a way that she doesn't agree with. The other reason is that for those that's been here for generations and all of that shit, they don't want to have their wages stagnated. They don't want rents to go up and the prices, everything to go up either. They don't want to have they vote undercut, or they don't want that shit either. I don't know if she realized it, but there are some foreign people who have came here and actually successfully assimilated. And so because they successfully assimilated, they not gonna agree with any of these super far left takes. And since she mentioned it, a lot of them actually do come, they came here to be refugees from countries with extreme leftist government. So why would they want to iterate the same thing here? It's common fucking sense. But if she had common sense, she wouldn't have that goddamn wig on. I'll land my plane there.
Said she wouldn't have had a goddamn
Bro, for real though, man. Like she making all that goddamn money, or was making all that damn money. She could at least got something that fits her, that pleases her damn face. But she won't be just like the rest of these Keishas on mainstream media. So go ahead, cook her like the rest of these Keishas on mainstream media, looking like a low budget Joey Reid. But I'll pass the mic again.
Yo, that's funny as hell. The Charles Barkley shit is crazy because I was trying to put my finger, like, man, this chick dude really do look familiar. It look like Charles Barkley with a wig. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Simeon Togo said the Immigration Act just clarified that the country would base immigration on family unification and skills instead of just race quotas. Nobody drops people away like Keisha. That is a fact. All right, this is y'all. All right, good. We're making good time. This is the final segment, guys. We're at the 1 hour, 25 minute mark. I'll get you guys up out of here. This is and we'll do a short one, but I'm glad this actually is happening. Obama, Biden, and worst of all, Biden came and insulted black people to their face again with the "I'm smarter than most of you in here." Crazy work, bro. But them speaking up, basically turning Jesse Jackson's funeral into a political stunt, as only the Democrats can do. And mind you, the Republicans are not above political stunts, but I will say that there tends to be levels of distastefulness, especially when it comes to the community. All right, so let's. This is your segment. Pardon me. This is your segment, Mr. O. Let me play this real quick.
Yesterday, I listened for several hours of 3 United States presidents who do not know Jesse Jackson.
Do not bring your politics out of respect to Reverend Jesse Jackson and the life that he lived to these homegoing services. Come respectful and come to say thank you. But these homegoing services are welcome to all. Sit back to the idea of the rule of law. An offense to common decency. Every day you wake up to things you just didn't think were possible.
Yo, I'm telling you, this is Obama kicking dirt with Jesse Grave, man. Now, mind you, Obama is a tether, and like I said, if everybody who knows back then the hot mic with the we need to cut his balls off. That was Jesse Jackson talking about Obama, because he talks to him because he was saying that he'd be talking down to us. This is Obama is a petty, slick dude. You gotta give it to him. This is him doing his 50 Cent, getting his gift. This is when you go to the funeral and kiss the mama when you the one that murked the boy. This what this is.
Each day we're told by those in our office to fear each other and to turn on each other. And that some Americans count more than others. We beat people bigger than Trump. We fought people harder than them. If we stand up and be what we're supposed to be.
Let me just say, I predicted lot about what's happening right now? I'm not here to say it. I told you so, but we did see it coming.
That shit is crazy. Mr. O, you there? Mr. O, I seen you drop down. Oh. Dang. All right, I gotta give it to Tito then. He dropped off. I just put him back on stage.
I'm here. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. This is your segment.
Yeah. So, yeah. When I seen this piece of work right here, unfortunately, it brought me back to my own father's funeral, in which the pastor, who's also related to me, turned my father's memorial into a political rally as well, because my family member is a pastor and somewhat of a political figure in his own state of California. After all the cries and everything that I did, I had to go ahead and pull that man to the side and basically had to give him one of the worst cursing outs that a family member can do, and especially I still try to have respect for him. But after that, I told him, like, don't call yourself a pastor or a reverend around me ever again. Don't you ever do that. And I'm trying to be respectful because you older than me and all my family. But if anybody else in my family passed away, you do this type of stuff, I would knock you out on that podium. I had to tell him straight like that. That's exactly what Jesse Jackson Jr. should have did to Obama right there while he was talking like that. Maybe he could have set the wave. Maybe he could have set the president. He could have said, like, didn't I tell y'all liberals who didn't know my father not to speak about politics during his memorial service? And the old geezer right here, the pro-black #1 candidate for racial baiting of all time, Al Sharpton and Biden. Oh my God, Biden. Yo, I just want to hear from all these so-called liberal and democratic people from now on who say that Joe Biden, he was just racist back in the day, but he changed his ways. I want them to go ahead and rewatch this whole entire supposedly eulogy and give me the same answer again. And then they brought this dissy ass, dumbass broad, Kamala Harris. Even when she trying to speak positively about the dearly departed, she can't even find the right words to even say. Like for real though, this chick needs a handler. She needs a script everywhere she go, because she put her foot in her mouth every time she opens it. This was supposed to be a homegoing service and turned into a political fiasco, all in the name of so-called democracy. And I didn't even like Jesse Jackson like that. I thought he was a hypocrite. And don't get me started on the conspiracy theories surrounding him and Malcolm. I mean, and Martin. Don't get me started.
Martin, yeah, the only one without a tie on. I know.
So
on the balcony, yeah.
No, not even that. He switched. You know, it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Go ahead.
And you know, and Jesse Jackson Jr. got his own skeleton in his closet, but at least he was gonna have more. He had the most integrity. He's like, man, look, I'm not even about to go and turn this into a political rally. This is my father, damn it. You know what I'm saying? I take his whole full name. I'm Junior. And you gonna disrespect my daddy after I told y'all he hardly rock with none of y'all. Y'all going against his homeboy behind closed. That's his homeboy. Y'all talking ish about the dude that put him basically in the same seat that Obama wish he was. I mean, well, Obama became, but Obama, he ain't no nigga president. He's just a black president. See, Jesse was a nigga. And he can't get that type of esteem. He can't get that type of black solidarity that Jesse Jackson could. He will never will either. And before I pass the mic, these type of ceremonies that y'all impede on people's rights, church services, funeral services, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna knock y'all out. And I'm gonna be here for it. I'm gonna be right here, have my channel, have my live stream going, and I'm gonna be talking about all y'all goofy people out there just being disrespectful and whatnot. I'll pass the mic right there.
Well played, sir. Tito, it's all yours, man. Then we'll get closing statements. We're at the 134 mark. We're making good time, guys.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna say this. You when you saw this circus they made out of his funeral, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if he ends up leaving the party. And I'm talking about Jesse Jackson Jr. Because he's always been at odds with the Democratic establishment. That's one thing that led up to him going to prison. I remember he called out the Democrats on 60 Minutes when they were pondering whether or not they would go build the third airport over here in Peatone, right? And he started talking about how his constituents, the residents of Southeast Cook County, lead the nation. They've been leading. At that point, we have been leading the nation for like 25 years solid in drive time to work, right? And that's when the net started closing in on them. I think that it's possible that you might see him leave the party before too long, because he realized that because he actually wants to do shit for his constituents, and he realized that this is not gonna get it done. This is not the platform that he's gonna see any of his goals met. But as usual, Democrats really tasteless whenever a opportunity for them to come along and take advantage of somebody else's misfortune. This is the same thing they do when you have these mass shootings. Instead of talking about the tragedy of it or talking about mental health, the first thing they show up and talk about is gun control. This is the same thing. This is what they do. So nobody should be surprised at this. But I think this was like exceedingly tasteless by most of these people that got up and spoke, probably except for what the hell is the comedian Chris Tucker. Everybody else though, super tasteless, super politicized, especially after the man begged you not to do that. But this is just Democrats being Democrats, man. I'll let my plane now.
All right, perfect, guys. So my sound. Here we go. Let me see. No mention of Jesse's association for friendship with Trump for decades. No, Trump and Jesse, they was real homies, bro. Like you see all those old photos. You gotta think about it. When he gave him the money to run for president back in the day, and then gave him and like a whole bunch of the free basically let them set up their campaign headquarters and all that shit free of charge and everything. Listen, man, New York and the East Coast, we don't forget, bro, because we was all there. Hold on, let me drag this down. All right, guys, let's just get our closing statements and get the hell up out of here. Go ahead, mister. I'll give it to you. And then, Tito, you can close us out. Oh, you there, Playboy?
Yeah, I'm here. I was muted up. My bad. Closing statements. The supposed war going on right now in Iran. It's gonna be easy work. Like y'all said in the chat, like Tito and y'all said on the panel. This ain't gonna last long. Probably about a month, 2 months tops. 3 months they really want to get some money about this little fake little war they got going on. Everything that I've been told throughout my entire years of life on this earth, it's just been lies upon lies. Like we really ain't supposed to be been here right now from while all these boomer ass niggas was talking about in the 80s and 90s, talking about, yo man, if we don't do anything to Iran, man, this could be over any day now. It could be over any day now. dude, they still got technology when you born niggas was still in fucking diapers. You think that shit they got over there could go ahead and mess with this G13 classified stuff that we got cooked up in these military bases and stuff like that? You niggas has made me they didn't really made me mad, you know. Crockett, Jasmine Crockett, to all you other political quiches out here, 2026 is the end of y'all season. Your victim blaming, victim shaming, your sister girl logic or lack thereof, your boisterous, loud and boisterous attitude. Like, damn. When I used to see C-SPAN and watch these dignified political figures back in the 90s, not talking about the 2000s, ain't talking about Maxine Waters or Nancy Pelosi, fuck them chicks. Them other women from back in the day, they had poise, they had articulation, you know what I'm saying? They know how to carry and read a room. Jasmine Crockett, you is literally want to be you want to be Tiffany Henry. You really want to be Tiffany Henry so bad that even nobody takes you seriously. You need more people. And last but not least, even though I ain't rock with the old nigga like that, God bless the dead, R.I.P. Jesse Jackson. And Jesse Jackson Jr., salute to him for standing on business. You know, is right. He probably gonna be an independent going forward, because after this, and supposedly in a sacred space that you call it black church, y'all just gonna allow the libtards, the political overseers to keep on putting spellbound spells over your eyes, and y'all just gonna go along to get along. And y'all black people make me sick, and I pass the mic.
All right, Tito, that's all yours, man. Closing statements, anything you want to promote, it's all yours, man.
Yeah, only thing I'm gonna say is that when y'all see these goofy ass emotionally charged headlines and you know these shorts and shit, that I saw one thing that was so ridiculous. They was like, oh yeah, they say that it's been 600, 700 casualties already. In the past, like ever since Vietnam, really, right, when any servicemen had died in a conflict, they would have that up there on that news by the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So why should it change now? And if the casualties were to that degree, people would be talking about it. People would be putting pictures of their dead relatives online. So why are we not seeing that? You can't cover up that many casualties. So it's mostly the Chinese government that has a vested interest in destroying the citizens' confidence in this country. So don't get caught up in that dumb shit. Use your sense of discernment. Use common sense. You know what I'm saying? And for the people that's disseminating that shit, really sit there and think about what their political polarity is and what they stand to gain from disseminating such messages. Usually people that's paid mouthpiece for the Democratic Party, in other words, paid mouthpieces for the Chinese Communist Party.
Or APAC. Don't forget about APAC, Tito.
Or APAC. And I'll land my plane there.
All right, well played. All right, we at the 142 mark. I'm just gonna say this real quick, guys. Salute to my panel. Thank you guys for showing up. Another Sunday. This is season 9. Tito Baraka with us in season 4. I think Mr. O got in here season 7, maybe. Mr. O is at his 1,000 subscriber mark. He needs those 4,000 to 3,000 watch hours. So I'll be reposting some of his content on the community tab. Just go open his shit up on another tab if you're doing something else, and just let the shit play so you can get his watch hours up. Tito's, I think Tito's almost at 200 subs again. Oh, thanks, Tim. He said enjoy the new music. Man, we're going to do some upgrades to the channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys noticed that, whatchamacallit, we're slow. We fell back on the long form content mainly because they shadow banned us. We went from getting like 4,000 to 10,000 subs on long form content to not even being able to get 10 or 11. And we had an SEO guy, and he already was like, "Yo, I don't know what's up. They're not even putting your stuff on like the recommendation page and everything like that." So like shadow banning is really real. So if there are videos that you want me to do and to make, what you call it, just cash at me. You want me to do a long form video about something, I'll thumbnail it and I'll put it up. We're gonna have to do it like that for a while because there's no AdSense sense to doing these long form videos. That's why we're primarily stream and shorts. Once again, shout out to the chat. We're fresh off of a channel strike, 1 year in YouTube. I mean, 1 week in YouTube jail. It is what it is. I'll be back to sharing Tito's streams from his channel all week. And then, you know, on our homepage, we got the guys that on their road to 1,000 subs. Give those guys a sub. Red Sigma, he's at 7 something. Freedman's Journal. Seriously, you guys got to support these core black male content creators. I keep saying this. I don't know if any of you guys have been watching your timeline, but I have. The YouTube is just recommending all these female content creators to me with all these subscribers, all of these what do you call it, moderated black male content creators that I'm not subscribed to, I never heard of, but they got all these views and all these subscribers, and it's on some watered down black manosphere light talking points. Like, so they're definitely flooding the algorithm to flood out the core content creators. Whatchamacallit, and FD Signifier then got some money from somebody because he on his all-out assault on Kevin Samuel's legacy and whatnot. So and it makes, and it makes sense because we are close to the midterms, but it's real in the field. So you got to support guys like Tito, Mr. O, everybody that's and content creators that you like. I'm sure a lot of you guys, people you're subscribed to, aren't even showing up in your on your feed anymore. You actually got to type in their name if you want to, you know, you're not getting notifications for things and whatnot. So that's for real, and that's going on. But all that aside, man, like I said, man, thank you guys for hanging out with us late as hell on a Sunday. You guys could be anywhere in the world, but you're rocking with us, and we truly appreciate it. On that note, I want to say good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Here's another classic. Definition of hip hop.
Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money, give me your weave money, give me your perm money, your Jordan money, your Alizé money, your 40-ounce money. We need the money, brothers and sisters. How about you hit the Cash App? Brothers and sisters, give me your...
Salute the black man. I salute. 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 Salute the black man. I salute.
Are you a true fan of daring, thrilling, and captivating content? Get ready to take your entertainment to the next level with MachismoTV, the home of groundbreaking shows and exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Join our Patreon page.
Wake up in the house, I look up, I see girls everywhere. I see bales everywhere. I see scales everywhere. I see hair and everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. I get mail everywhere. Girls everywhere. I see bales everywhere. I see scales everywhere. I see hair and everywhere. I get mail everywhere.
But if you put your diamonds in the water, you're gonna have to take it back. I be knowing. You think I don't be knowing. Yeah. Made my first 1,000 and I shed a tear. Mansion with the chandeliers coming next year. It's hard to fellowship with all of my peers. I'm light years ahead. Pouring lean for my friends is dead. I was on the corner while you niggas was still in bed. I was 20,000 up while you was still in the red. When I get this billion, I'ma make sure my niggas fed. Like Jesus Christ at the dinner table, I'm breaking bread. Fuck with me. I can pay your car note off with one Giphy. I can shoot your car door off with one blicky. Telegram conversations if you try and hit me. Just left Neiman Marcus, I spent $750. Your rent $750. Me and my strap like Max and Frenchie, the perfect match. The puppeteer when it comes to rap, no strings attached. I can make you disappear just by lifting my hat. Don shit, champagne, Perignon shit. Just pour the glass of this Cristal shit. UV rapping on the bottle, block the sun rays. What you broke niggas know about this? Low top Valentino kicks. Women wanna kiss. Private jet for my business trips. Rose petals by the landing strip. When I get off the plane, playing chess with my shooter, trying to strengthen his brain. Can't make mistakes in the murder game. For everybody he catch, he get another raise. He know that crime pays. Flood your block with a crime wave. My Glock 9 ways. I got little homies my mom's age, and they'll kill for me. Sound like a movie to you, but this shit real to me. Never snitch and never cross your friends. The principles was instilled in me. You never met a nigga real as me. Made my first 1,000 and I shed a tear. Made my first 1,000 and I shed a tear. It's real talk. I was like 16. Made my first 1,000 and I shed a tear. Word. Made my first 1,000 and I shed a tear. I shed a tear.
Hey, where's Stewie?
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Sorry.